Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to Shaky, and today we're back with another video. Now this was sent to me by two people, Abby and Maria Jen. So thank you, both of you, for letting me know about this. This is a BTS shine spotlight on the United Nations as envoys of the President of the Republic of Korea. So if I got this right, it's an interview that they have afterwards with BTS and the president of South Korea. So let's check this out. It should be pretty interesting. They had a wonderful speech yesterday, and yeah, let's go. So that opinion when your heart just like a drum, beating louder with no way to guard it.
When it all seems like it's wrong, sing louder out and join to their feeling we're just getting started. And when the nights get colder.
It's really an amazing pleasure to have the President of Korea with us here today, President Moon, on a very important anniversary. But we're here with BTS, your special envoys for future generations and culture. Why are the Sustainable Development Goals important to you and also to the world?
우선 세상에는 저희가 지금 겪고 있는 팬데믹처럼 굉장히 다양한 또 어려움과 위기들이 있는데 SDG는 이 어려움과 위기를 해결하기 위해서 유엔에서 국가 간 또 민간, 로컬 간의 어떤 협력으로 설정된 그런 17개의 목표인 것으로 알고 있습니다. 그래서 사실 왜 이 SDG가 저희한테 중요하냐면 저희는 현재 세대이면서도 또 앞으로 어떻게 보면 살아갈 날이 더 많은 동시에 미래 세대이기도 하기 때문에 SDG는 현재 세대와 미래 세대의 균형을 맞추기 위한 모두가 어떻게 보면 공평한 혜택을 누리기 위해서 설정된 공동의 목표라는 생각이 들어요.
Wow, that's first of all, it's kind of surreal. Well, for me, it must be an honor to be picked by the president as special envoy. That's an achievement in of itself. But as usual, RM showing why he's the leader, showing why he isn't afraid to be in that spotlight position, because what he's doing is he's giving you such a well put together answer, talking about how they want to make sure that the transition from today's generation and tomorrow's generation isn't going to be jarring. Instead, it's going to be very smooth, and I like what they're fighting for.
그래서 저희도 현재 세대이면서도 미래 세대라는 책임감을 느끼기 때문에 굉장히 SDG에 대해서 중요하게 생각을 하고 책임감을 갖고 있는 부분이고, 또 저희도 이제 대통령 특별사절로서 17개 목표 중에 인종차별과 혐오에 대한 그런 목표가 있는데 그런 발언에 대해서 경각심을 알리기 위해서 저희 SNS에 저희 의사를 표명하고 발언을 한 적이 있습니다.
Thank you so much for doing the Keep the Promise campaign and calling out hate speech. I think your messages are just the opposite. They're about love and they're about self-love. What?
That is so true. And it's not just a message they put out and then they're like done. I'm not trying to put or throw shade on towards anybody, but there's a lot of companies that only do things just so that they can have the public on their side, and it's surface level, if you know what I mean. However, with BTS, it's not surface level. They're actively working towards these things, and they've been doing good for the past 8 years, soon to be 9, where they've been sending out positive messages of self-love and taking care of yourself and chasing your dreams, and just telling people not to hate, not to do these bad things. And that's what I love about them. Once again, when RM speaks, it's just like you can see the wisdom coming from him when he's talking, and it's I love the confidence that he's having when he talks as well. So let's see. I don't know anything about President Moon, so I'm only gonna give my opinion based on his answers here. I have no idea about no politics or anything, so it's gonna be strictly on this video.
What inspired you, President Moon, to appoint BTS as your special envoy, and also to bring them here to attend this SDG moment with them. And just also, what are your expectations for what they will do as special envoys?
예, 멜리사 프레이밍 사무차장님 감사합니다. 우선은 지속 가능 발전이라는 목표는 우리 미래 세대에게 너무나 중요하기 때문입니다. 어떤 면에서는 미래는 미래 세대의 것이라고 말할 수 있습니다. 오늘 우리가 지속 가능 목표에 실패한다면 앞으로 미래 세대들이 그 고통을 전적으로 젊어져야 할 것입니다. 그런 면에서 미래 세대들이 지속 가능 발전 목표 이 달성을 위해서 보다 많이 목소리를 내고 보다 많이 참여할 필요가 있다고 생각합니다. 우리 BTS는 최고의 아티스트로
Oh wow, the greatest artist, the best artist of our time. Now that is a lot of praise coming from your president. There must be some sense of achievement and honor to hear that those kind of words and being picked for this. But what he's saying is right. You know, the future of everything that we're doing, like everything that we're doing, is in the hands of those that are, you know, coming up and learning and studying and becoming adults. Like, and then so forth and so forth, because they are the ones that are gonna keep on going. So making it easy for them is just better for everybody. We can't just. That's the thing with the climate that they talked about. If we don't do anything now, it's gonna be way too much and maybe even too late if you just leave everything for the people to deal with when it becomes worse. So it's better that we do what we can right now.
그 코로나 시대에 고통받는 이 세계의 젊은이들에게 공감과 희망의 메시지를 전해 주었습니다. 많은 사랑을 받고 있지만 그 받은 사랑을 선한 영향력으로 이렇게 돌려드린다는 데 특별한 점이 있다고 생각합니다.
Exactly, that's exactly what they do. That's what I said, and like in my beginning of this whole journey when I started watching BTS, I talked about the fact that I've never seen an artist or a group or anyone give back so much love to the fans to this extent. You know, they're doing so much, and ARMY is doing so much, and they're doing so much, and it's like this give and take relationship that they got, where, you know, they give love and they take love, and like it's just a beautiful thing all around. So and that is true that they've been, you know, sending out a lot of positive messages, giving hope to people. And what else can you ask for during this time?
저는 BTS가 미래 세대, 젊은 세대들의 목소리를 대변하면서 그들이 보다 활발하게 참여할 수 있도록 이끌어내는, 또 결집해내는 그런 역할을 할 수 있다고 기대하고 오늘 대통령 특별 사줄로 임명하고 동행하게 된 것입니다. BTS의 역할에 대한 기대가 큽니다. 보다 많은 젊은이들이 지속가능 발전 목표에 참여하기를 바랍니다.
Thank you for this amazing music video that you just showed in the General Assembly Hall today. This isn't your first visit to the United Nations, but this was really, really special. And we're going to be, you recorded it from 1 in the morning until into the early hours of Sunday. Some amazing video editor put it together, and it's out there in the world, and it's going to really bring the world into the United Nations. So thank you for that.
1 second before we get to this. So they recorded it on Sunday, 1 a.m. Wasn't the thing on Monday? Was it on Monday or was it on Sunday? But either way, so they did it on with 1 day before, just 1 day's notice. They did this whole thing. This is why their work ethic and their just drive to do whatever they can with their time, and to be able to put that together in one, like, maybe what, 8-9 hours. Wow, just wow.
Jimin,
Yes.
what are your impressions on your second visit to the UN?
유엔 참석 자체는 2번째고요. 온라인을 포함해서 연설은 3번째로 하게 되었습니다. 근데 처음이 아닌데도 불구하고 아직도 떨리고 긴장이 돼서 너무
That's
떨리는데요. 어쨌든 늘 정말 과분한 영광이라고 생각을 하고 있고 동시에 또 무겁게 책임감을 또 가지고 있습니다. 이번에는 또 대통령 특사로 이렇게 참석하게 되었는데 전 세계 미래 세대들에게 던진 질문들의 답을 바탕으로 그분들의 입장을 모든 세대들에게 전달할 수 있도록 노력을 많이 했는데요. 정말 이번에 이런 기회를 주신 모든 분들에게 감사하다고 전해드리고 싶습니다.
Thanks so much.
Wow, what an answer. Very well done, Jimin. Wow. He talks about, the honor of being here, how nervous and shaky he got, but, they all did a wonderful job. And once again, they thrive under pressure. And he's talking about how he's thanking them for bringing, for the fans that sent these pictures and photos and stuff of what they want to do and what they have done and what they've picked up and the things that they showed during the speech. And it's such a nice touch that he once again brings this up because they really are pushing this creative thinking, this chase your dream, believe in yourself, this whole image, and they're doing everything that they can to reinforce that.
Jimin, thank you. I can't believe you're nervous because you perform in front of so many people and have millions of fans, but I guess that means we're all human, right? So my next question is to J-Hope.
Before we get to that question, the reason I think why he got nervous and they all got nervous is because it's a different kind of pressure. It's a different kind of situation. If you look at the concerts, they feel at home, even though there probably are nerves there as well. But it's like a homey feeling, with your army. But this is United Nations. This is SDG, doing things for the future generations and promoting all these things and putting out a speech that's gonna last for decades and all that. So it's a different kind of pressure. It's not the same. It's not something that they're in all the time. So that's why people get nervous because of being invited as the special envoys of the president. But yeah, let's see J-Hope's question.
What is your message, or what was your message today to all of your fans? I think I read there's something like 90 million around the world, probably even more, your army. And what are the actions that you would like them to take?
Did you guys hear that? Your army. Now that's a powerful statement.
이번에 미래 세대들의 다양한 의견과 답변을 보면서 팬데믹 상황임에도 불구하고 정말 꿈과 열정을 가지고 긍정적으로 살아가시는 분들이 정말 많다는 걸 다시금 깨달을 수 있었던 것 같아요. 그리고 여러분, 우리는 코로나 로스트 제너레이션이 아니라 웰컴 제너레이션입니다. 차근차근 노력하면서 해결해 나가보고 더 좋은 미래를 향해서 함께 나아가 봅시다. 파이팅!
Fighting indeed. Yes, I love it too. Welcome generation. Let's push forward. Let's handle all these things that happen with an open mind and doing with the best that we can, and just pursuing our dreams and our goals. It's such a beautiful thing that they're all so into this thing. And once again, great answer.
Thank you. I love that. Welcome generation. Thank you so much. President Moon, the Republic of Korea is the first and so far the only country in the world to transition from being one of the poorest countries in the world to having an advanced economy and to being a donor nation, and this just in a few decades. Why are the Sustainable Development Goals in this context important to you, even as a country that has overcome such poverty and economic hardships?
예, 감사합니다. SDG는 단순한 경제 성장뿐만 아니라 사회의 안정이나 통합, 그리고 또 환경의 지속 가능성 등을 포함하는 균형 있는 발전을 목표로 하는 것입니다. 그런 점에서 개도국뿐만 아니라 선진국들도 끊임없이 추구해야 하는 목표라고 할 수 있습니다. 한국은 반세기 만에 절대 빈곤에서 벗어나서 민주주의와 경제 성장을 함께 달성하면서 선진국으로 발전했지만 아직도 많은 문제가 있습니다. 많은 노력을 하고 있지만 여전히 노인 빈곤이 심하고 또 소득과 자산의 그 불평등과 양극화가 심각하고 여성들의 경우에는 사회 활동에 제약이 많고 유리천장이 높습니다. 게다가 이번 코로나 팬데믹을 통해서 이런 그 불평등들이 더 심화되었습니다. 그렇기 때문에 이 SDG는 한국으로서도 대단히 중요한 목표라고 할 수 있습니다. SDG의 그 핵심 원칙인 누구도 소외시키지 않는다라는 것은 한국 정부가 추구하고 있는 사람 중심의 포용적 혁신 국가라는 정책 목표와 정확하게 일치한다고 말씀드릴 수 있습니다.
Wow, what an answer. So what I just heard was all the right things. Now it's easy when you get praised like he did in the beginning. Korea got praised in general for how they've turned around from being a very poverty-stricken country to now being very wealthy and democratic, doing well and doing so well that you can donate to other countries and other stuff in general. But he didn't just take that and ride the wave, if you want to call it that. Instead, he talked about the issues that still are there in Korea, and he also mentioned that they have actually gotten a bit worse due to the pandemic. So I actually respect that because it's easy to take praise, but to bring up your weak points or things that you still need to work on, or things that aren't as good yourself, is something worth respecting. And let's hope everything gets even better.
Thank you, President Moon. I heard in your speech to the General Assembly, to the SDG moment just now. I think you're speaking later in the week to the General Assembly, but in your speech you mentioned leave no one behind as a very important theme. But you also spoke of other achievements that you, even during this pandemic, have been able to work on that are linked to the SDGs. I think one was climate, and perhaps there are others. Even during the pandemic, what has Korea been able to do to work towards the SDGs?
한국은 방역 모범 국가로 평가받고 있지만 한국도 코로나를 겪는 동안 취약계층이나 소상공인 자영업자들의 삶은 더욱더 어려워졌습니다. 요즘은 돌봄 격차나 교육 격차 같은 문제도 생겨나고 있습니다. 한국은 이런 그 함께 위기를 극복해내기 위해서 포용성을 강화하고 있습니다. 확장 재정을 통해서 취약계층이나 소상공인 자영업자들을 지원하고 거의 대다수 국민들에게 재난 지원금을 지급해서 함께 위기를 극복하려는 그런 그 노력을 하고 있습니다.
Wow, that's actually very good that they're giving some support to the small businesses because they're the ones taking the huge hits, in my opinion. The big companies, the already gigantic ones, they're already taking loans and they're getting millions of dollars in aid and stuff like that. But it's those smaller ones, those local ones, those maybe 2 restaurants or maybe a small chain. It's those ones that really need the support. So it's nice to hear that they've also been supporting them, and besides giving out some aid, financial aid to everybody in Korea. That reminds me of what Jungkook did with the kombucha, I think is the name. which is very nice.
한국은 코로나 극복을 위해서 국제사회와 연대 협력하고 있습니다. 모두 125나라의 방역 물품을 지원하고 한국의 코로나 대응 경험과 기술을 공유를 하고 있습니다. 코박스의 2억 불 공여를 약속을 했고 지금 한국에서 4종류의 백신을 생산하고 있는데 앞으로 글로벌 백신 허브의 한 축을 맡아서 더 많은 백신을 더 공평하게 전 세계인들에게 보급하려는 노력을 지속하려고 합니다. 기후 위기 대응에 있어서는 우선
Before I get to the climate response, the vaccine response, very, very nice that they're already developing their own and they're already, donating lots of money, making sure that it's going to be available for people. And at least from the news that I got here in my country, Korea was really fast with how they acted, and they took it very seriously from the get-go. So that's good. But let's see what they're doing. Oh, okay, so they've been shutting down power plants earlier than scheduled. That's good.
우선 국내의 석탄 발전소를 조기 폐쇄하고 해외의 신규 석탄 발전소에 대해서는 공적 금융계 지원을 중단했습니다. 대신에 개도국들에 대해서 그린 또는 기후 분야 ODA를 대폭 늘렸고 또 개도국에서 선진국으로 이렇게 발전한 한국의 경험을 살려서 개도국들이 기후 위기 대응에 좀 더 잘 이렇게 적응할 수 있도록 적극적으로 돕는 그런 역할을 하고 있습니다.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, and thank you very much, BTS, for all you're doing to make this world a better place, and thank you for connecting your message to the messages of the United Nations, which is also just trying to make this world much more livable, much more humane, and much more just. So thank you for taking the time to do this interview. And
Wow, now that was an interview. Going back to what President Moon said real quick, it's good that they're focusing more on renewable energy. That's really important. And what we can also do in general, I feel like, is like, I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about in general. Don't litter. Like, don't throw stuff in the woods or on the ground. And we can just start with a slow one. Recycle when you can, and maybe switch to a more renewable energy source if you have it. Like, if it's possible where you live, things like that. And the more people buy into it, the more we can help it. But it's usually those big companies, the factories that are and the power plants. So, but yeah, if we talk about the interview, one thing that really showed for me was these guys have turned into men. I mean, they've been men, but these guys have such an aura, especially when they sit. Like, you can look at them. It's an aura of confidence. It's a stable, strong, confident aura that they got, and it's just something that you got to be proud of. You can't help but be proud of it. How these guys that started off, the only thing I'm thinking of is their video diaries from 2013, and look at where they are now. They're like the leading group and taking charge of this whole thing, and sending messages to the whole world. It's just mind-boggling where they started and where they are. And if you look at it, it's been a natural, organic growth, all due to their hard work, well-deserved hard work, and taking their opportunities and not letting people bring them down. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this because this was a more serious side of things, and you can see how mature they are and how well mannered, and just how good they are. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys soon.